Hello folks, welcome back. Today is a very exciting day because we are going to be working on a new room in the house and we're going to be working on the dining room. So we're going to start off by sanding the flooring, obviously, and we are not professional floor sanders by any means, but it was just something that we wanted to try ourselves that we've seen other people do on like TikTok and things. We've rented the floor sander, so we have that now for the full weekend, which was £150, and we also have the like little mini floor sander, which is good for getting in like the edges and all the like little nooks and crannies that you can't really reach with the bigger one. But we're also kind of considering getting a wood flooring put over the top as well, so we don't know if we're just going to stay in the original floor or if we're eventually just going to get a new floor put over the top. But for now we wanted to try and do it this way. So we have three different kinds of grit of sandpaper. We have 60 grit, 80 grit and 120. My advice from what I've seen is just get as much sandpaper as you need, because we did do a tester and it runs through the sandpaper so quickly compared to what I thought it would. Like, I thought the sandpaper would last and last and last, but I've seen videos where it splits or it tears. So basically what we are doing is just stocking up on as much sandpaper as we possibly can, and then we only get charged for how much we use. So when we take it back, we can hand the sandpaper back in and we'll only get charged for the portion of sandpaper that we actually used on the floor. So one of the first things that we need to do is we need to remove all the nails that are sticking up, or any nails that need to be hammered flush with the wood, just so that they don't catch the sanding machine, because it'll like fly sparks everywhere and it'll potentially rip the sandpaper. So we need to nail all of those down and just make sure that the surface is nice and smooth to get started. So what we've noticed with our flooring is it does actually have some like thin kind of sheets of plyboard or wood or something underneath. I think initially looking at it, people will be screaming like, oh my god, that's a subfloor, you don't need to sand that down, you need to cover it up. But there is actually wood underneath as well, so although it looks like a subfloor, it was used as the actual floor. I don't know if this is the case for every Edwardian or Victorian home in the UK, but a lot of them don't actually have subflooring. It was just the wood that was nailed to the joist of the house. So they would have actually walked on that floor and there would have been a rug laid out in the centre, and then they would have painted varnish around the edges, and they would have used that as the actual floor. So from research, the 60 grit is the most coarse, and then the 120 grit is a lot finer. So we're going to use the most coarse first to take off all the like heavier layers of dirt and things to kind of clean it up, and then the 120 is a lot more fine, which you can use to make it a lot more smooth and clean. We were advised to go diagonally first to begin with, just to smooth the flooring out, which does, I think, kind of scare people a little bit, because people are like, oh my god, you're supposed to go with the grain and not against the grain. But it is actually okay to go diagonally across the room just to level the flooring out completely, and then you can go with the grain. 2 and we are very stressed. And we're waiting for the point where it starts to look clean.
So yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing?
It's day 3 of sanding the dining room, and it's never ending. We could have just got a carpet. Ta-da! Look at in there. Oh, it's almost clean. Nearly. So we have a few stain options for the floor as well. I personally want to stain the floor dark, but I've seen people do it and keep it light. So let us know what you think in the comments, if you think we should do it dark, if you think we should keep it light. We're also going to be painting the walls in the next video as well. So we're thinking of going with like a really nice deep blue and keep it almost, because the living room is quite light, so in the dining room we want to go a bit more darker and like more moodier. So in the next video we're going to be painting the walls and hopefully finishing up the dining room, so definitely stick around for the next video if you want to see how we do that. This flooring was a lot of hard work, but we got there in the end. So yeah, let us know what you think. Let us know what you'd like to see next, maybe, that we could do. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.